Oh, for
If you ask me, The Boys has been one of the world's most polarizing shows to debut in a long time. I mean, Amazon really outdid itself for picking up an old comic book and turning it into one of modern television's greatest comic book adaptations. But what really makes it great outside of its gore and raunchiness is the satire and humor based on real-world America. I mean, The Boys' marketing has made the show one of the best social commentaries to date. And let me explain. Well, for starters, you're probably wondering, what is a social commentary anyway? Well, to put it in short, a social commentary is when someone uses spoken or written words, art, or media to express their opinions about an issue in society. You probably watched a Satire social commentary and just didn't realize it at the time, so I'm going to name you a popular one. This one resurfaced and got really popular, American Psycho. It's supposed to be making fun of materialism and superficiality, but of course, TikTok made it into an alpha leader?
I simply am not.
But once again, The Boys is just a satire social commentary on American culture. Hey, do you love superheroes? Because I love superheroes. And I think the world loves superheroes also. The superhero epidemic hit the world like crack in the 80s, no pun intended. From comics to movies, anybody can enjoy them no matter what age, race, or gender, etc. And in recent years, we got Batman, the Avengers, Spider-Man, and Evil Superman, Evil Superman, Evil Superman. Oh yeah, and Evil Superman. One thing The Boys made clear from the jump is that they're making fun of Marvel and DC. I mean, from character designs and poses, it's just obvious. And I think the most funniest ripoff is the figurehead company, Vought. You see, at first glance, you would think Vought sells superheroes. That's their image. Well, leaving it up to Stan Edgar.
That you are under a misconception that we are a superhero company. We are not. What we are, really, is a pharmaceutical company. And you are not our most valuable asset. That would be Heisenberg.
A lot of people will look at this company as totally unrealistic and will think this couldn't exist in the real world. And you see, the thing is, they will absolutely be wrong. I mean, if you really think about it, the real life comparison is pretty easy. It's obviously Disney. Disney is Vought in real life, and the comparisons are very easy. A conglomerate party that buys up everything, Disney. Putting youth and kids on spotlights for commercial use, Disney. War propaganda, Disney. Superheroes on ice, where have I seen this one before? Yeah, it's Disney. Oh, and I almost forgot, you can't forget about the so-called immortal founders. But this is just the tip of the iceberg about what we like about The Boys because of its scary realism. Let's take a shift and let's talk about marketing campaigns. I think we all like marketing in some way because anything that you use in the real world right now has a lot of things to do with how it was marketed. This guy pointing at you, you automatically think of America. Strong lady with a bicep bigger than mine's, strength in womanhood. This is what Homelander is in The Boys universe.
I am Vought. You show my photo to some illiterate fucking camel jockey in the middle of the Sahara, he's gonna turn around and say, Homelander, in perfect American.
It's a reason why he's covered in red, white, and blue with the American flag on the back as a cape. Like it or not, Homelander is supposed to be a representation of America. The good, bad, and very ugly.
Dad has always taught me to learn from the past, so we don't make the same mistakes again in the future. That's why at school, my favorite subject is American history. I've studied heroes like Christopher Columbus and Andrew Jackson, but now it's even easier for me to learn with the new book series. It's the most important events in our nation's history. Learn how a kind doctor founded Vought American to make the world a safer and healthier place.
When you think of America, you think of a strong powerhouse country. All of this is true, but you can't forget about the atrocities that took place here in this land. In some sense, it's kind of almost as messed up as Homelander is. I mean, let's get completely honest. You're telling me if that the USA had a Homelander, he wouldn't be going on top secret missions, doing all types of evil and twisted shit for America? The Boys have mastered what it means to market in a day of social media. With their fake Vought international commercials, parody news segments, and social media stunts, it's pretty obvious. And the thing that makes them stand out so much is that it's interactive. If you wanted to go on Instagram or Twitter and type in Vought, a completely imaginary company, you could follow them and see all their company updates. I was a really big fan of Gravity Falls growing up, and what made the show so great is that you could actually interact with the theories and content available. This allows your audience and your community to build together to find out what's next and what's really going on here. Because I think this makes watching the TV show very hilarious. Like, it's one thing seeing Homelander kill an innocent civilian on the episode, and then on your social media feed, you see this.
I'm Ashley Barrett, coming to you with an important update on behalf of our greatest hero and our most loving father. In the coming months, Homelander will stand trial for saving his son from a vicious, starlight-loving thug. An act of heroism, now somehow being branded a murder. Make no mistake.
I mean, even in the latest season, you have Team Homelander and Team Starlight. All viral hashtags going on in their universe. That's something you can definitely see happening in the real world. because who doesn't like a good hashtag campaign? One of the biggest satire comparison that the boys make is that their 707 News series. No shocker, but the real life comparison for this is, you guessed it, Fox News. Wait, I wonder who owns Fox? In the past couple of years, Fox News has definitely been known for its conservative standpoint. And I'm not here to get all political and stuff, but 707, the fictional news series in The Boys, mirrors this by presenting news that aligns with Vault's international agenda. This comes to shaping public perception to benefit the corporation and its interest. The political standpoints in The Boys have been at an all-time high with this current season. If you take into the current events that's going on around the world right now, you can notice that it's an election year coming up in America. I also find it kind of funny that The Boys have been getting backlash for recently being so-called woke for making fun of conservatives, which is kind of dumb because the show has always been doing this since season 1, and once again, the show is satire. Does anybody remember that the premise of the first season was trying to get superheroes to help out with the battle in the Middle East? We end up getting a Middle Eastern supervillain and his only power was to explode. There is no way some of you are taking this TV show that serious. I mean, the real world symbolism in the show is so clearly obvious, it's painful. Do you remember the raids on the Capitol when this guy picture went viral? You cannot tell me that this show was not making fun of this exact moment. Once again, one thing I like that The Boys did is that they didn't hesitate to show that the world's superheroes are merely celebrities and they really don't do that much saving. One way they joke about this is that when the superheroes get in trouble, their responses are always hilarious and based off real world examples. Like if you were to go to YouTube and type in the most generic YouTube apology, that's what The Boys are trying to mimic. The TV show isn't scared to shy away from touchy topics like race and gender. Whenever a new member of the Seven is about to be picked, it highlights this. They value a pick on social acceptance. If you want to pick a black person, you're going to lose points with white families and etc. And some people like Jordan and Gen V wouldn't be too socially acceptable for some audiences. The show definitely knows how to play into certain tropes, and a big theme is for A-Train. And he's basically the black sellout. You see, A-Train uses his blackness for money and fame, and he doesn't mind being a pawn for Vault when it comes to getting richer.
Yeah, what I want doesn't matter. I'll never be free of these streets.
Cut! Holy fuck. I smell an Oscar nomination.
He states many times that the stuff that's stated in these interviews aren't even true and hasn't felt bad for his actions until recent episodes. And we've seen a little bit of this definitely before Queen Maeve passed.
What the fuck is this? This is not lesbian. This is not on brand. We need you ready for Congress with Elena sitting proudly behind you.
The funny thing about this is that you can totally visualize this is what happens in a lot of real world companies. So the boys are okay with joking about things that are obviously racist and discriminatory because it goes on in real life. But yeah, this is why I think The Boys is one of the best social commentaries that come out to date. But hey everyone, this has been Media Munchies and thanks for watching. Peace.